Hey everyone, I'm Agonix here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So in this video today I'm going to be showing you all the box art for Halo Infinite. That's right guys, the official box art, which I'm pretty sure was revealed a few days ago as of recording, but I've only literally just found out about it. And so I think I'm going to just be showing you guys that for those who haven't seen it yet. And also I'm going to be giving more thoughts on the Halo Infinite trailer, which came out at E3, since in my last video talking about it, I only said stuff like, oh, you know, it was a really good trailer, I loved it, I loved the art style and everything, and I just said stuff like that, you know, like simple things, like first impressions sort of things, but you know, I actually want to give my, like, full thoughts on it. So it could be a bit of a long video, but yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy, and if you do, don't forget to like and subscribe, and so yeah, let's get straight into it. So first off, let's talk about the box art for Halo Infinite. So here it is right here, the image of the box art for those who haven't seen it yet. I only just saw it and it looks amazing. I absolutely love it, and in fact this is actually something that I was actually thinking about with what could be the box art for Halo Infinite. You know, I remember just like a few months or so ago, right, I was actually drawing up some pictures of like some dream box art images that I would imagine Halo Infinite having, and this was kind of like something that I got to in terms of the vibe. And you know, I actually thought of something like this being the box art, and the fact that this is actually going to be the box art for Halo Infinite is amazing. And what this also does show, guys, is that Halo Infinite will launch on the current gen consoles. So in my last video I mentioned that Halo Infinite is going to be a launch title for the Xbox Scarlet, as it's called right now. It's just codenamed Xbox Scarlet for now, but yeah. So in holiday of 2020, Halo Infinite will release along with the Xbox Scarlet, and not only that, but it will also be launching onto current gen consoles, which I think is pretty good for those who won't be able to get the next gen console straight away, since, you know, some people won't be able to buy it for a couple of months or so. So it's only fair that they do release it on the current gen console, so then more people get to play it. You know, I think it's really fair, and yeah, I think it's just really cool that they're going to be doing that. And I remember as I was watching E3, when they announced that Halo Infinite will be releasing as a launch title for the Xbox Scarlet, I thought to myself, like, so does this mean it's not going to be launching on the Xbox One? Because, I mean, they didn't say that it's going to be launching on current gen, but it turns out that it is, and you can see that through the box art here. And also, I'm pretty sure it has been confirmed that it will be releasing on current gen previously anyway. I'm pretty sure that was actually said a couple of months or so ago, or last year or something. I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure it was said by someone from 343 Industries. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I actually wonder what the Xbox Scarlet cover will look like. Now, obviously, it's probably going to have the same design and everything, but what I mean is, like, you know, the outsides of how it says, like, Xbox One, you know, like, Xbox One exclusive and stuff like that. I wonder if it's going to say something like, well, whatever the Xbox is going to be called, and then, yeah, you guys probably understand what I'm trying to say here, but what I'm trying to say, right, is I wonder what the outsides of the Xbox Scarlet cover art would be like, you know, for any game. For example, say for example Sea of Thieves was releasing on the Xbox Scarlet, what would like the outsides of the cover art look like? You know, usually where it would say Xbox One, you know, say for example it said Xbox Scarlet, you know, I really do wonder what it would look like, and it would be cool to see how that would all turn out, you know, especially with the PlayStation 5, it would be cool to see how, like, the box art sort of changes on the outsides of it, you know, kind of like, yeah, just, you guys understand what I mean. And also, back to the topic of Halo Infinite coming out on current gen consoles, the one bad thing with that is that there's going to be a huge graphical downgrade. And it's pretty understandable that they do have to downgrade the graphics so then it is playable on the Xbox One. Because you see, Halo Infinite, since it's going to be a launch title on the Xbox Scarlet, you can tell that from the first ever trailer they've shown of it, right, the whole game engine demo for the Slipspace engine, which is the new engine that Halo Infinite will be running on, right, you can tell that they're really trying to use the Xbox Scarlet's powerful power to its advantage, and I mean, the Xbox Scarlet is going to be one powerful console. since it can go up to 8K 120 frames per second, and at minimum it will be at 4K native 60 frames per second, so pretty much there's not going to be any 30 frames per second anymore, and it is going to be one powerful beast indeed. And like someone from that video said, talking about the Xbox Scarlett at E3, someone said that it eats monsters for breakfast, because that's how powerful the Xbox Scarlett is going to be. And so, yeah, Halo Infinite is built for the Xbox Scarlett, since it is going to be a launch title after all. We'll have to find out what the other launch titles are. And so, obviously, it's going to be using that power to its advantage. And if it's going to be releasing on the Xbox One as well, which it is, it's pretty much confirmed at this point, then yeah, there's going to be a huge graphical downgrade, and I do think it will be Xbox One X enhanced as well, which would be pretty cool. And so yeah, that's the only downside with it, but other than that, it's going to be a great game overall, and I really can't wait till more stuff comes out about it. I can't wait till we see some official gameplay, and also not only that, but I was hoping we would see some gameplay at this year's E3, but like, and I mean, it was even confirmed too by the official Xbox magazine that there was supposed to be gameplay, but yeah, there wasn't. Or maybe they just saw that one little part in the trailer where the guy, he brings Master Chief back to, I don't know what to call it, well, he makes sure his armor's not locked up anymore, and then it shows that part where it shows like the in-engine footage of Master Chief's HUD regenerating. Well, yeah, he probably just, someone just probably saw that and said like, oh, gameplay, and then decided to make that into an article. And so yeah. Alright, so now let's get to the part of the video where now I'm going to be giving my full thoughts on the new Halo Infinite trailer. So in my last video, I only glossed over it, and I basically just talked about, you know, like, you know, it was a pretty neat trailer, you know, the art style was really cool, and I talked about that for a few minutes and didn't really go in depth, but that's what I want to do here, because you see, the Halo Infinite trailer is absolutely gorgeous. The music in it is amazing, and I really can't wait till Halo Infinite soundtrack does get released, since one of my favourite things about the Halo games is the soundtrack. You know, I like the Halo 2 Anniversary soundtrack, the Halo 2 soundtrack in general. I also really like the Halo 3 ODST soundtrack. They're some of my favourite ones there are. In fact, they probably are my favourite ones. You know, Halo 5 had a pretty neat soundtrack as well, so did Halo 4 and the other games as well. They all have pretty neat soundtracks. But yeah. And so, let's talk about what I first thought about this trailer. So, when the trailer first started playing, right, it was just announced that Halo Infinite is going to be a launch title for the Xbox Scarlett. And then straight after that, this trailer starts playing. And my first initial thoughts for, like, the first minute or so of it was, is this even a Halo trailer? Because it just shows this random pilot. He's in a Pelican. And, you know, there's, like, some sort of breach, you know, and he's got to go, like, fix everything up, and you know, at first I'm like, is this even Halo? It looks nothing like Halo. Is this like the new Call of Duty game, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game? But then that's when I saw the logo on his arm, and I'm like, oh wait, no, yeah, this is the Halo Infinite, you know, because he had a UNSC logo on his arm. But then when it came to the part where he wipes the window, the front window of the Pelican, and then Master Chief appears, that's just a phenomenal scene right there. In fact, that is a very powerful scene, and the music that plays along with that as well is just absolutely amazing, and I really do just love that scene in general. In fact, I'll show clips of the parts I'm talking about here.
This is UNS!
So yeah, it's a really powerful scene, and this is probably one of the best trailers in Halo history, I do have to say. And now let's get to the part where Master Chief is now brought onto the Pelican, and his armor's all locked up and all. And, you know, one thing I really liked about this scene is that it gave me some real, like, Halo 2 and Halo 3 vibes. Now, you know that scene from Halo 2 in the armory where, what's that guy's name again? I forget his name, right? But basically, he says that Chief's power cells are all fried, or something like that. He says that his optics are fried, sorry. Yeah, he says that Chief's optics are fried and some other things to do with his armor, you know, and then Chief puts on his helmet. Well, yeah, this scene here in the Halo Infinite trailer really reminded me of that, where he says that Chief's main power supply is all fried, or, yeah, something like that. I can't really remember what he actually said. It had to do with his power supply, I think. But yeah, I'll show the scene here so then you guys can see it, and tell me if you think this really does give you some Halo 2 vibes as well.
Looks like the main power cells are fried. Armor shut down. Triggering survival mode. I'm going to try to override it. Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't die. Yes! 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 We're going home!
And so yeah, it really does give me some nostalgia there, and I first thought that too as I was watching the trailer for the first time, like, are they trying to pay homage to Halo 2 here? You know, are they like intentionally trying to show like, yeah, we're going back to how Halo used to be, you know? And also, I love the mystery built around the trailer as well. There's like all this, there's all these questions that you'll be asking yourself. Like, one crazy question that I asked myself was, are Halo 4 and Halo 5 non-canon? And if you want to hear me explain my point on that on my last video, then be sure to go watch it. In fact, I'll leave a link in the description to it, since it hasn't got many views at all, and I'm kind of disappointed in how it's performing at the moment. So if you guys do want to watch that, in case you haven't, then be sure to. So yeah, but I was asking myself crazy questions like that, and by the way, to anyone who's probably thinking about that as well, like, are Halo 4 and Halo 5 non-canon now? Then, well, nah, that's not how it is, because Halo themselves have even said that this is a continuation from Halo 5, so Halo 5 is still canon, thankfully, you know, because otherwise Halo 4 and Halo 5, those campaigns would just be pointless. And so yeah, that's one thing I don't really like about rebooting games, is that then the games before them were basically pointless and useless, and you know, I don't really like that at all. But yeah. And also, to do with the mystery with the trailer as well, is, you know, the part where they look through the window and then the pilot's like, oh, we lost the war chief, we lost everything, there's nothing left for us here. You know, I really got myself thinking, like, what did they lose to? Did they lose to Cortana? You know, why is the Halo ring broken up? You know, it kind of looked all intact in the first Halo Infinite trailer. But you see, here's the thing, right? Something that I was actually thinking about was, you know, could this be like a later scene in the game maybe where they've lost? Well, no. In fact, if you actually check the tags of the Halo Infinite trailer, it does say that it's like an opening cinematic. So this could be like the opening cinematic of Halo Infinite, guys. Yep, that's right, the opening cinematic this could be. So this isn't just for the trailer or anything, this is actually probably going to be most likely in the game, the full thing. But yeah. And then that's when we have the last scene. Now, something I really liked about this scene is that, the music of the last scene. So here's what I'm talking about.
No, not then! Not again! We need to run! No, we need to fight. Get ready.
It really brings me back to them Halo Combat Evolved days, and it really does give me some nostalgia there. It really reminds me of the Halo Combat Evolved soundtrack. And then you have Chief basically say like, no, we need to fight, after the pilot says we need to run because they're being invaded or something like that. And then yeah, that's when Chief looks out as the Pelican opens up, and then he jumps out, and then yeah, that's where it ends there. Well, not fully there, because then that's when there's a other scene as well, where it shows like Chief walking up to a hologram of the Halo ring, and then you hear Cortana speaking, and that's a pretty cool scene as well. It's a pretty powerful scene, as it reminds me a lot of Halo Combat Evolved. Like seriously, Halo Infinite, it seems like 343, right? They've even said that Halo Infinite is going to be a spiritual reboot to the franchise, right? A spiritual reboot. And by that, they are obviously meaning that they're going to be having a fresh new start, you know, because the fans weren't, like, all that good with Halo 4 and Halo 5. Nobody really liked them all too much. Well, I mean, I liked them personally. But yeah, the fans overall just... there was too much flaws with the Halo 4 and Halo 5 games. People weren't proud of them at all. And 343 Industries have listened to people's criticism, and they're like, alright, let's have a fresh new start with Halo Infinite. And I think that's why they're going to be making it go back to the Halo Combat Evolved sort of era. They're going to just make everything, like, feel like Halo Combat Evolved. You know, the style and everything, just everything to do with it reminds me of Halo Combat Evolved in general. You know, ever since that first trailer showing off the Slip Space Engine, right, when it showed all the scenes showing off the parts of the Halo ring, it reminded me of certain missions in Halo Combat Evolved, like Halo, the second mission, Assault on the Control Room, you know, and what was that other one that you had to do? Alright, I'm starting to forget it now. Just wait a second, I need to think about this. What is it called? Oh yeah, that's right, the Silent Cartographer. Sorry guys, I forgot all about that. The Silent Cartographer is what the mission was called. Yeah, I just totally had a mind blank there. I was right at the tip of my tongue, but yeah, I just remembered it just then, the Silent Cartographer. So yeah, it really does give me vibes for those sorts of missions that are pretty open. I guess you could say they're pretty open missions, and Halo Infinite is going to have those sorts of missions. And like from the box art what I showed you all earlier, I think it's trying to show off like the open world, if you know what I mean. It's trying to show like it's gonna be a big like world that you can explore in Halo Infinite. Now I don't think it's gonna be an open world game, but the missions are going to be more open world. They're going to be more open, and I really do think that that is a good thing, because you see, Halo Combat Evolved had those sorts of open missions, and hopefully Halo Infinite can have those sorts of missions too. Now, if there's something that I do want to get more in-depth detail into about the Halo Infinite trailer, it's the graphics and art style. Halo Infinite is going to have amazing graphics, especially on the Xbox Scarlet. I do think it will have amazing graphics too on the Xbox One, especially the Xbox One X, especially. But yeah, Xbox Scarlet, Halo Infinite's graphics are just going to be absolutely gorgeous. They definitely will be, as we've seen from the Slip Space Engine demo. And also there's even a part on 343 Industries site now dedicated to the Slip Space Engine, showing off some of the cool things and talking about some of the cool things to do with it and how powerful the engine is. And you know, there's some pretty cool images that you can actually even download now that show off some of the high quality of Halo Infinite, and I think it's just amazing, you know. And the fact that they're promoting their engine so much just goes to show that they are happy with what they've come up with. They are extremely happy with the art of the engine, and are taking full advantage of the power they have, and I think that's really cool. Now, Chief's armor looks amazing. We all know that. Just, I mean, look at it. It's an absolutely amazing set of armor we have here. The Generation 3 armor we have here is absolutely amazing, and I really do like it. And then you have that guy there, the pilot. You know, he kind of looks like Arthur Morgan, I have to say. You know, I should make a clickbait video saying like, oh, Arthur Morgan in Halo Infinite. Oh man, Yeah, he low-key looks like Arthur Morgan. I remember when I was watching the trailer and he growled, he said, I'm like, oh, who is this guy, Arthur Morgan? Like, literally, he looked like Arthur Morgan to me. Tell me if you guys thought that down in the comments below if you are still watching up to this point, which most of you don't. You only watch like a minute or so of the video. But yeah, if you do think that also, that it is Arthur Morgan, then be sure to tell me that. And so yeah, I mean overall the trailer is just amazing. The graphics and art style of Halo Infinite is pretty cool, and it really does remind me of Halo Infinite in many ways. And I really do just love the whole style of everything right now. Everything just reminds me of Halo Combat Evolved, along with some Halo 2 and Halo 3 vibes as well, because that's what 343 are trying to go for, the Halo Combat Evolved to Halo 3 style of things. Because, you know, like I've mentioned in this video, they've said that this is a spiritual reboot to the franchise. They're trying to, like, refresh what they could have done for Halo 4 and Halo 5, basically. And I can't wait to see what they can do with the criticism that they've received. And yeah, I mean, something else that 343 have also received criticism for is sprint. Yes, sprint, I know, just a simple sprint mechanic people are whinging over. And yeah, I don't think that's going to be in Halo Infinite, because we've seen in the Halo Infinite trailer towards the end of it, when the guy says we need to run, what does Chief say? No, we need to fight. And a lot of people took that as, oh, I don't think Sprint's going to be coming back, which you never know, maybe that's an intentional thing. Maybe they did have that line in there specifically, so then, you know, Chief has just confirmed himself that there is going to be no sprint in Halo Infinite. Now, obviously, I'm just joking there. I mean, who knows? Sprint might not be in Halo Infinite. Maybe that's something they've taken into account, and they are going to remove it. Although I do like Halo 5's playstyle with the sprint, and I do like the fast-paced mechanics of it. But yeah, that's just my opinion. And so, yeah. Also, something I've noticed is that Chief isn't talking very much in this trailer. In fact, he only says like a couple of lines. But if this were like Halo 4 or Halo 5, if this was a Halo 4 or Halo 5 trailer, he would have said many lines. Well, not just lines, he would have said like a whole, probably not a paragraph, that's a bit too much for Chief. But yeah, he would have said a bit more lines, and I think that's because they're trying to go back to the days in Halo Combat Evolved where Chief had one-liners. You know, this is actually something that I saw someone talk about on Twitter, how they're pretty happy that, you know, they've gone back to the awesome Chief one-liners. Like, literally, the lines that Chief said in this trailer were very significant to me personally, and it's because Chief has such a powerful voice. Steve Downes does an incredible job at voicing Master Chief, and so whenever he says one-liners, they sound pretty powerful, they're really rememberable. And I mean, every single line that Chief has said in the early Halo games has been rememberable, but then because Chief talks a bit much in Halo 4 and Halo 5, you can't really remember his lines all that well. And I think that's what 343 are trying to do here. They're trying to make his lines more memorable, you know, because the lines in Halo 4 and Halo 5, there's nothing that I can really remember from his lines at all. But yeah. And so anyways guys, there's not really much else to talk about here. The Halo Infinite trailer is amazing, the art style is amazing, the graphics are amazing, just everything that I've explained about the trailer in this video is absolutely amazing. Also the box art for Halo Infinite is really good as well. I really do like the box art, and it really does show off the open world of Halo Infinite and what is to come. And so yeah, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon in my next video, which I think will be another another Halo Infinite discussion video again, as I want to be making a lot of them lately, so I am sorry if you are someone who doesn't really like watching my Halo videos that often. It's just that, you know, I want to make a lot of videos discussing Halo Infinite since it's just had a new trailer at E3 and everything, and I just want to discuss more things about it. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.